Hey, I got a concussion at football practice last week, so that means another sit-down video. But don't worry, I'm bringing some heat next week. So, how to spice up your bland life? You need stress. And stress comes from doing difficult shit. The human being is naturally a lazy creature. We want to get through life exerting just enough effort to survive, and not much more. A very relatable example of this. Say you need a 29 on the ACT to get into the college you want to get into. 99% of people, once they get the 29, are not taking that test again. And you can argue about schools, real-world applications, whatever. That's not the point I'm making. The fact of the matter is, a large percentage of high school students are not going to push themselves to the limits of their intellectual capabilities once they get what they need to get into their dream college. Because they don't have to. They can survive with the 29. They can carry on with life never knowing their true potential. And I would argue that the percentage of high school students who have the potential to make a 36 is double, if not triple, the amount who actually do. But to unlock that potential, to reach the limits of your capabilities, it's going to suck. You have to dig. You have to dig deep. You have to fail and fail hard. You have to find and forge that talent within yourself. Most people are not naturally brilliant, but they have the potential to be. But they give up. They set a barrier in their mind. They tell themselves that they weren't born with the gift. They don't have the talent. So they accept the current version of themselves. Let me tell you, you are not the best you can be. You are not even close. You can be incomparably better than you are across multiple different aspects of your life. Incomparably different. I mean, if you know that you're not as strong now as you could be if you went to the gym consistently for a year, then why would you believe you're not as smart as you could be if you put the work in? Why would you believe you can't make more money if you put the work in? Why would you believe you can't get that girl? Because you can. But to find that extra, it's going to suck. Anyways, I'm sidetracking, but that actually leads me perfectly into my next point. Hard shit may not be overly fun or glamorous, but I promise you it is stimulating.
Absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
You know, a lot of people would look at my life and say, that does not look fun. And I'd agree with you. The day-to-day film edit, and all the businesses I run, the people I work for, etc. I would agree, that part's boring, but the stress it brings is enormous. I'm trying to build an empire right now. Like, when school's over, this is it. This is what I'm doing. You know, I'm committing to it. I don't get to rely on a paycheck for showing up somewhere. You know, it all depends on me, the effort I put in. I could go into the details of why this is so stressful, but none of you really care. So I'm going to use a relatable example. Football, martial arts, any combat sport. If you play any of these, you know what I'm talking about. If there weren't any rules or referees in these sports and you lost, you would die, or at least get seriously injured. So you better believe pride and ego is on the line, especially since everything is filmed nowadays. Like, you're gonna be put on a highlight reel, and that's gonna be there until the end of time. So of course it's stressful, but that very stress is what makes it so invigorating. It's what makes the victory so rewarding. So I'm saying this from personal experience. Once you get a taste of true difficulty, you feel true stress, real pain. All the parties, all the fun stuff you feel like you're missing out on, they become so lame, bro. When I go out to parties now, on the rare occasion, I'm just so unbelievably bored compared to how much fun I used to have. It's just uninteresting to me. People who haven't put themselves through or been through enormous levels of stress will think I'm being a But I'm telling you, once you put yourself through a high-stakes, stressful, a roller coaster environment, you're gonna realize that stuff ain't I spent months spending hundreds of dollars on multiple failing Shopify stores before I ever hit my $1,000 day. I've been forced to switch business models, starting with literally negative money in my bank account for months on end, just grinding until I hit these numbers. When I started making content, I made videos that were laughed at. I got mocked for this stuff, you know, it was humiliating. And I did this for months, years, before I finally hit the 1,000 view video, literally last one. And I'm not even close, bro. I'm still gonna get hate, you always will. But there was no positive feedback. There was no one telling me good job or anything. That was rough. So these things have not been easy, but when I've won, when I've achieved progress, these victories are some of the greatest moments of my life. I'm saying that wholeheartedly. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not saying this for views. I'm not saying this to make myself sound smart or to make myself look good. I'm genuinely saying the moments after months and months of just pain and failing and stress out of my mind, and to achieve those victories, those days are some of my most cherished moments. And the best way I can say this is, find something that you know will be difficult, but is something you will be monumentally proud of if you succeeded.